This first suggestibility test that I'm going to do is called the hands rising, hands falling test. This is a great visual to let you know if your client is suggestible, if they're able to accept suggestions. A lot of stage hypnotists use this because it also provides the audience a great visual aid to let them know how hypnotizable your subject is. So the first thing that you'll want to do is go ahead and have your client or your subject stand in a standing position with their arms out in front of them. So if you're wanting to follow along with this, go ahead and stand up now, and for the remainder of this, you'll stand up with your arms out and you'll close your eyes. So go ahead and put your arms out in front of you like this, your right hand facing down. There you go. Okay, and go ahead and close your eyes. Now, what I want you to imagine is that right here I'm tying on a bouquet of balloons, and they're helium balloons, and they just feel so light, and they just want to cause your hand to rise up in the air. So this hand right now, I'm tying that helium balloons, tying on helium balloons. Now in this hand, I want you to imagine that I'm placing a heavy, heavy set of encyclopedias right here in the palm of your left hand, which is facing up. So just imagine that in your left hand, you have a heavy, heavy set of encyclopedias. And then on your right hand, on your right wrist, I'm tying on even more heavy helium balloons, very light, and it's just causing your arm to want to raise a little higher. Placing more books in your left hand, placing more heavy books in your left hand, so hard to keep it up, while your right hand is feeling lighter as I'm placing even more helium balloons right there, even more, tying on more helium balloons, causing it to feel so light it just wants to float up in the air, while your left hand is piling on more and more heavy encyclopedias, causing it to just want to fall to the floor, just fall into the floor, feeling so heavy, you can barely hold that arm up any longer. While this hand here is feeling just light as a feather, with more and more little balloons just carrying it higher in the air, helium balloons carrying it higher in the air, just feeling as though it will just float away, just floating higher and higher. While your left hand, I'm piling on more and more heavy books, light as a feather right here, just feeling light as a feather. And open your eyes and notice the location of your arms. And tell me what you experienced.
I could feel that my right hand felt a little tingly, and it just felt light, and on the left hand it felt uncomfortable and awkward, and I was really struggling to the point where I even had a little bit of pain in my back.
Just to hold that?
Yeah, I don't know if just the pulling from both sides, it felt pretty real.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well thank you very much. Go ahead and have a seat.